Trash-free trails, it's in the name really. It's a non-profit organisation that set its sight on cleaning up our trails, and that's a good thing to do. As mountain bikers, we love the outdoors. It's a privilege to be able to ride, but also it's a bit of a responsibility to make sure there's no litter where we ride. Trash-free Trails actually moved into a new stage of their plan where they're actually collecting data on the state of the trails. But more about that, let's speak to Dom from Trash-free Trails. Right, I'm here with Dom from Trash-free Trails. Dom, tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, hey Neil. Well, Trash-free Trails, we're pretty simple initially. You know, we're about removing the plastic pollution that's out there on our trails, reducing how much actually ends up on there in the first place, and then working a little bit more with people to understand why the litter gets there and what impact it's having.
So at the moment you're running this State of the Trails report. How is that helping you do that?
For us, the most important thing is to get a baseline. What's out there, why it's out there, where it is, and then we can go, right, well, okay, this is how much is out there, this is what we need to do to remove it. And the great thing about that is while we're doing that, while we're getting that data, you can also remove loads of plastic pollution, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from my experience, you know, I ride lots of different places. Often the places I see the most litter are trail centres, but is there any specific findings you've seen already? Any sort of, you know, characteristics?
Yeah, it's true. There's definitely some patterns. Areas of jumps can be the worst, you know, and that kind of how much per metre. Sadly, that's, you know, is probably because, again, we don't understand, so we're making guesses, but it's probably because people are hanging around there, so they're treating it more like a kind of day-long kind of jump picnic, you know. So one thing that's interesting, we find different things there. So you find Red Bull, Monster, big crisp packets, that kind of stuff. You know, then another example would be the first kilometre of mixed use trail centres. You're finding loads and loads of dog poo, loads of dog poo bags. And that's because obviously in that first kilometre is when the dogs are emptying themselves out. You don't find so much later on, you know, or like you're on the Marin Trail, the Gwydir Trail in North Wales. You know, it's a hard, good loop, and on kilometre 15 you start finding gel ends, you know, so it's where people are starting to feel fatigue and load up on the gels. So yeah, the patterns are really interesting, but at the moment they're anecdotal. So again, we would like to get scientific evidence of that, so then we can present that evidence and work from that evidence.
And what can we do and the viewers do to help out?
Yeah, it's a great thing. So obviously, you know, you guys are all about riding your bikes, you know, and everyone's watching it because they love riding bikes. So we're not saying every time you go out, you've got to be thinking about that. But again, you can do simple things like, if you haven't got the time or the will to collect litter, can you just do a rough count of how much you've seen in that 10 kilometres? Can you then tag us into a social media post and say, I saw this many, you know, 20 plastic bottles, 10 Red Bull cans on my 10k trail? That's really helpful with the hashtag State of Our Trails report.
That's brilliant, great work. Cheers, Dom. And I think it's about time that I got involved.
Yeah, good luck, Neil. And yeah, I'd be interested to see how many dog poo bags you find.
All right, thanks. But rather than be all talk at GMBN, we wanted to get involved, and we're also asking you to get involved. But each of us at GMBN are going to adopt a trail. So somewhere that we like to ride, somewhere we go often, and we'll do a litter pick and then fill in that State of the Trails report to start the data for that place.
Okay, I've come out for a spin on the beautiful Mendip Hills. It's a rather foggy, frosty day, but I'm not going to let that deter me, and I'm going to go and try and collect as much trash as I can for Trash-Free Trails State of Our Trails report. Now, I have faith in the local riders of the Mendips up here. There ain't going to be much rubbish, because littering's bad. Don't bother, people. Just take it home with you. But if you haven't, I'm here with my tote bag, and I'm going to collect up what crap you left behind. Let's go have a little look. What's on the trails? I've found the first victim. It's pretty grim. A victim of Rona. Frozen. Gross. I'm not sure what that is, but... So far, so good. Do you know what? I'm pretty blooming impressed. There is not a lot of rubbish around. Good work, guys, up here. It's going to make filling in my Trash-Free Trails report very simple. Right. I am at the top, and this little place in here I know a lot of people stash their food and drink in here. We're going in. Oh, not much. Aha! There we go. Nowhere near as much as I was expecting. This is a good sign.
Okay, there is a time. Now, let me rephrase that. There's always time to stop and pick up some trash at your local trail or your local woodland. Now, when doing so, just be careful, because there's some weird things in the bushes that people throw away, and I've already seen some right here. Something aluminum. I'm gonna fill up my bag. I've got myself a shopping bag. Look at this. Some sort of window cleaning wipes. And a tennis ball. That come in handy. Ha! What the hell? Look. Now on their website, Trash Free Trails website, when you've picked up your rubbish, you can log in what you've picked up. That's what I'm going to do. So, what was the most common item that you picked up on the trail? Look at this. I do see a lot of these energy drinks on the trail, like cans. Oh, it's ridiculous. Chuck that in there. What the heck? Look at, this must be some sort of alcoholic area. Trash, where everyone parks. I'm gonna pick up some trash. Oh, that's a stinky one, man. That's a stinky one. That is just, why? Why? Oh, more trash. More trash. But it's not just where people park. One of the most common places that you would find trash is where everyone stops to have a rest before they drop in. Right. I'm full of beans. I am. I think I'm gonna take this with me on the trail. We'll go for a ride and see what I can pick up. That's a car door. Don't think I can pick that one up. What's a car door doing here? Actually, there's a road there. Might have been an accident. Do you know what? I'm going to chuck it up there. I'm going to chuck it in the back of my Jeep and take it home. I'm going to do that.
I'm at Eastridge Woods in my beloved Shropshire. This is a place I've ridden my bike more than anywhere in the world. So I do come often. There's not a big litter problem, I've got to say here, but you do see those sort of energy drinks knocking around in the car park, inner tubes occasionally, so I'm definitely going to have a look around the car park. Trailhead's kind of one of those problem places. And then the trail I'm going to adopt is the 98DH, because it's one of my favourite trails. Plus, did I ever tell you about a time, Jack, that I won the junior national champs there?
Yeah, no, you tell me every time.
Told them about that in '99. Close to my heart. Heading up before I rode to top. No litter so far. See a couple of bits over here at the bottom of the trail. It's actually been really cool to see other muck-off athletes, Danny Mack and Ali Clarkson getting involved recently. Good to see the pros doing it. Got some juice, got some energy cans. Inner tubes, so annoying. You can fix these, recycle them, take them home. That one's even pumped up.
Aha. Sandwiches. No good. I'd be surprised if the other boys didn't found none of this as well. Look, energy drinks, they're everywhere. We don't need none of that crap round here. Right, let's crack on down the track, shall we? hopefully a bit more trash free. So I think let's go chuck it back in the van, get home, put it in the recycling, and fill out my trash free trails, state of our trails report. Whew, okay, let's get it done. That was about 8 miles as well, by the way. I think 8 miles is pretty good for very little rubbish.
That is, I don't want to know what that is. That's a pair of briefs. I'll pick it up though. I'm not touching that. Done. It's incredible what you can find in a woodland. We just do. Wait a minute. Before I end my piece, us guys at GMBN are just bringing some awareness to trash-free trails. Their existence is, like I said, to protect your trails and the wildlife. Just go out there and pick up some trash. Head over to their website, fill in their form to say what you've picked up, the most common thing you've picked up. It's what I'm going to do when I get home, and just take a little bit of time out of your day before you go for a ride. It'll make your local trails a lot cleaner. Right, I'm gonna go for a ride because my full of beans bag is full. See ya.
Well, there you go. There's 4 clean trails, but we'd love to see you viewers get involved. Send us your before and after shots using our uploader. There's a link down below for that one. And trash-free trails is something that we should all be able to enjoy. But also get involved with trashfreetrails.org. Head over there, have a look and subscribe.